What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so we have Donald Trump getting indicted. And we have Mr. Alan Dershowitz, a very accomplished lawyer that many of us know. And frankly come to love because this guy tells it straight. And he's a Democrat. So this guy, what he has to say is amazing. It's just amazing. You have to hear what he has to say about the Trump indictment. And what I've been calling for is for Democrats and Republicans for a long time to come together, because what they have done is they have done a typical Marxist tactic, and that is to divide and conquer. So I know you have had a relationship where someone has misused you or hurt you. Could be a friend, could have been a family member, could have been a spouse, could have been a girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, right? Could have been a business relationship. And you know how mean and bad people are. Why would you put your trust in the government? Why would you want the Democrats to get more power because you know that they're going to make government bigger so that they can crush the citizen? And whatever they do to Donald Trump, best believe that they're going to do it to you. I just had a situation last week where I had to run into the government office. And let me tell you, I thought that I had no rights. I can't get into it right now. I'm still trying to get it taken care of. But I thought that I actually had no rights, and they were 100% wrong. I could tell 100 people the story, and there would be like 100 people would be like, they were wrong. And guess what? They kicked me out of the office, and I have been without my property, and they didn't care. I even called police, and the police was like, we can't do anything about it. That's how powerful this office is, okay? So, poll, 67% of people think that Donald Trump is being targeted by a political hunt. This is a CNN poll. So, but it's still going on. Where are the Democrats? Where are the people who are freedom loving to say, hey, this is very, very wrong?
He's also a presidential candidate, and they did this in the Roger Stone case. I think they might have done it in the Manafort case. I don't fully remember. My question to you is, how does a judge get to take away the right of an American to speak out on their own behalf on a very public case like this?
Listen to this.
Tragically, judges have done that. They've done it recently. I was glad to see Joe be optimistic that they're not going to do it in this case. But if they did do it in this case, I would immediately put together some of the great First Amendment lawyers in America as amicus, because we would be the victims. There are two First Amendment rights, the right of the speaker, but the right of the listener, according to Justice Thurgood Marshall, is just as important. But I hope that won't happen, because that would really mean a body blow to the First Amendment. And today you couldn't even count on the American Civil Liberties Union to defend the First Amendment on behalf of Donald Trump, because they would lose all of their funding. You know, the only disagreement I have with Joe, who's a great lawyer, I think he's too much of an optimist. I cannot imagine an elected judge in the borough of Manhattan throwing out this case and having to go to his family and say, I'm the lawyer who freed Donald Trump.
Now listen to this. He's talking about the American Civil Liberties Union. Now what he's about to say is going to blow your mind. If that hasn't already blown your mind, he says Donald Trump cannot get a honest trial in the borough of Manhattan. Now he says the American Civil Liberties Union will not even stand up for Donald Trump's First Amendment rights. Why? Because it would be the end of them. So this is the America that we're living in. Now listen to what he is about to say.
or his friends or his business associates. All he has to do is remember what happened to me when I defended Donald Trump on the Senate. Lost all of my friends, clients, business associates, and no judge is going to want to be, quote, Dershowitz. So you're not going to have an opportunity to get a fair assessment of statute of limitations, change of venue. This is a fixed case if it's tried in Manhattan. And
So, this man lost family members, friends, business associates just because he defended Donald Trump. I would never do anything like that to a family member, a friend, or anyone because of a political beef. You know, oh, so you were defending Barack Obama, or you defended Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I've been saying this for a long time. Politics have become a religion in America. It's a religion to some people. And as we see in the Bible, one day there will be a man who will be a political leader and figure, and it will be the Antichrist. And he will be over the head of the world government. And people will be bowing down and they will be worshiping him. Well, right now, we're getting ready for it right now because politics is a religion to these people. A bad religion at that. And now we see why the people of America are so, we have become so immoral that we do not follow the Bible when the Bible says that God is a God of justice and we should treat our neighbor, love our neighbor as we love ourselves, and that we should that we should be just even to the stranger, even to the slave, even to the person without money or the person with money. It doesn't matter whether they have money or not money, if they're from your land, if they're not from your land, if they're free or bond, slave or bond. I'm sorry, I think it's free or bond. Yeah, free or bond. It doesn't matter, free or a slave. Okay? And so, it doesn't matter their color, their race, or anything like that. No, God wants us to be just. And this is the country that we're living in today. And this cannot be the country that we pass down to our children. So how can so many people be so asleep and be happy about what is happening to Donald Trump? This is sad.
in my book,
Professor, well, hold on a second. You're a Harvard professor, and you're basically saying the rule of law does not exist here. You are basically saying, go ahead.
It does not exist for Donald Trump. In my book, Get Trump, I prove that the rule of law has an exemption. There is the rule for everybody else, and there's the rule for Donald Trump, his lawyers, his associates, his family. This from a man who voted against Trump and intends to vote him against him again. Donald Trump wrote to me today as he was getting on the plane. He said, Alan, getting ready to leave for New York, can't really believe it. These maniacs want to destroy our country. So sad. Nothing on Hunter or Biden. Anyway, your words are very important. Save America. P.S. Congrats on the book. Doing very, very well. The thesis of the book is the rule of law does not apply to Donald Trump in the borough of Manhattan. There is no way he gets a fair trial in Manhattan.
And you go through Fulton County and you go through the special counsel and you make the case on every one of the charges that have been brought up against him. Let me bring in Greg.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there, but I will put Mr. Dershowitz's book under the video, and please like and share the video. Please subscribe to the channel. But I just wanted to say lastly, that I'm praying for Donald Trump, and I pray that you would pray for him as well, because I'm sure he's going through a lot. I mean, hey, he's a tough guy. He's been through a lot, but this is a little scary, to be honest with you. Everything that's going on in our country is a little scary, to be honest with you. It's okay to be a little scary. Even Elijah, hallelujah, the powerful man of God, ran from Jezebel. Okay, so it's so we're human, but the thing is that this is a time for us to take courage. This is a time for us to stand up. This is a time for us to do something. And I'm really encouraging conservatives and Christians and all good people in this country, even if you're a Democrat, it's time for you to stand up and to do something more than you have ever done before, because your country is in the balance. We are hanging on to our country by a thread, y'all, and I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I basically prophesied this years ago. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I said that we are walking into some dark days. When Joe Biden was elected in November of 2020, I did a podcast, and I'm going to re-release that podcast. Man, we are in some dark days right now, and it was like a dark curtain was poured over our country even more than it was when the pandemic and when the George Floyd riots came. And right now, we have to stand up, we have to stand together, and we have to speak out against all of this evil, lying, and injustice, because we are losing our rights. When I walked into that government office, they treated me like dirt. They did not care about me. I was sharing with them some things that I had going on in my personal life, and the reason why I needed to get my property back that I turned into their office. I turned something into their office is something that I need to help me to do the things that I need to do in life. I'm not gonna get into it too much. And they looked at me like I was crazy. They would not answer my questions. And I'm getting a lawyer. I'm getting a lawyer, and I'm contacting my representatives. But you know what, though? I have a good feeling that I'm going to get this taken care of, and hopefully very, very soon. But it does not feel good when you feel like you have no rights. And I bet you that's what Donald Trump feels right now. And hey, I don't think Donald Trump has been perfect. Not one bit. But we all see what's going on here. And I just want to say, God bless him. God bless America. Have a great day. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.